Hey traders, I'm Charting Man Dan with the Chart Guys, and in this video we're going to look at the broader market as the bulls showed up today. Are we shaping up weekly bull flags? I'll show you the three most important stocks that are going to give us the information as to whether or not bull flags are the most likely scenario and what the bears have to see if they're going to prove anything to us. We'll check in on Chinese names and AI stocks. Let's get to the charts. So we did the public live stream this morning. Thanks for those of you that tuned in, and we were watching for a 4-hour falling wedge in the S&P 500 futures chart, and eventually that is what we got with a very significant bull break of that pattern, but it took a while to get there. We were very choppy to start the morning, and we had megaphones where there was a lot of bull breaks and bear breaks all without follow through. And then after the morning stream, of course, is when there was clarity. And look at how much clarity we had from that point forward. S&P 500, 5-minute EMA 12 held for hours on end. And NASDAQ had similar strength. NASDAQ double bottomed at the low of the day. And then the bulls turned on the jets from there and kept full control into the end of the day. But it was a very tricky morning. And I didn't trade during the live stream because I had no idea how that choppy range was going to sort itself out. And if you look at a name like Amazon, for example, Amazon started the day in the first 30 minutes with low of the day, high of the day, low of the day, high of the day, low of the day, and then eventually worked its way out to a new high of the day. When there's that much back and forth, I just patiently wait for clarity. And then once the bulls did show us that they had control, I was looking at 15-minute higher lows on some of the names that I was scouting bullish on, AI being one of them. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So bigger picture now. S&P 500, daily higher low set. There are only two things that are going to happen from here. We are going to make our way up, either straight up to a new high or chop around sideways a bit and break bull to a new high, or confirm the daily downtrend. So either a new high or a daily downtrend confirmed. Those are two obviously very different scenarios. One of them confirms a weekly bull flag, and the other one has us looking to weekly EMA 12 as a target if the daily downtrend confirms. So the only way that we are going to confirm a daily downtrend, in my opinion, is if the NASDAQ sees some of its major names show signs of bears. And I'll talk about the three most important stocks in just a moment. QQQ has not set the daily high or low yet. It's a daily inside bar that has to break bullish, and we have to confirm the hourly uptrend. I'm essentially just viewing today as high of yesterday, low of yesterday, held that support level by just a wee bit, but failed resistance. And so if we're red overnight tonight, then we'll have a tightening range that has to break bull for the NASDAQ to join the S&P 500. And then again, it will be the same thing. Heading to a higher high in one of two ways, either sideways and then a bull break, or confirming the daily downtrend. So let's keep it simple. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500 will not confirm a downtrend, in my opinion, if our three major names are still holding daily EMA 12. And those names are Apple, all-time high yet again today. Again, the market's not going to top out if Apple's hitting an all-time high every day. In the last 3 days in a row, we've had a new all-time high. So daily EMA 12 guide on Apple, Amazon, and Meta. We can see Meta is testing the high right now, bounced right off that EMA 12 yesterday. So if we're going to see weakness, our lead bulls must show us weakness and join Team Bear, because they are still weekly stair steps with no weekly consolidation underway. They have to join if we're going to see weakness. If they keep heading up to higher highs, the broader market is going to be looking to try and confirm these weekly bull flags. So I'm watching them very closely. And I haven't day traded these names in a while. I've been focusing on AI and crypto stocks, but I'm watching them every day because I know that if they roll over, that will be a clear sign of weakness. And the low of yesterday is going to be key on all of them. If the low of yesterday breaks, the probability of losing daily EMA 12 will be very high. So watch those three stocks. QQQ bulls must confirm an hourly uptrend to try and set the clear daily high or low and join the S&P 500. Semiconductors, daily high or low set. Again, it's either continuation or a head and shoulders. We must set the lower high and roll over and break the recent low of consolidation to confirm the daily downtrend. NVDA, daily inside bar, solid bounce, wide range yesterday. And again, you can be viewing this as high, low, and now watching for a lower high, anything under 427.64. 420, previous support, is also potential resistance as well. We pulled back just under that level today. Well, not really pulled back, but we ended the day just under that level. Tesla, bulls held the low. We had a lot of relative weakness on Tesla this morning, but the broader market bulls kept their control, and Tesla 15-minute tightening range broke bull at 245.73. On social media, I made a little video recently where I said, you don't have to trade the open, wait for late morning, early afternoon, and watch the 15-minute time frame, because you often have 15-minute equilibrium shaping up, and you can play those patterns as they form, or you can play the break. And Tesla breaking 245.73 had some nice follow through. I mean, that alone is, that one trade is enough to make the day worthwhile. Overall, Tesla will have to confirm an hourly uptrend if we're going to set the daily high or low. And then again, same thing as SPY and QQQ. The bears must confirm the downtrend if we're going to follow through bearish. We lost the uptrend. Can the bears confirm the downtrend? The bears don't have to show up tomorrow, but they've got to show up next week. And next week we've got a half day Monday, no trading Tuesday. So it's going to be a pretty important week next week, even though it is a holiday week. So AI. So I'm looking for a daily bounce in AI, and PLTR is stronger and already has that daily bounce underway. Anything under 1691 is a daily lower high on PLTR. AI, I'm watching the hourly here, and I want to see, ideally, QQQ confirm the hourly uptrend and AI break the daily stair-step pattern of a lower high every day to get the bounce going. And then we'll be looking for a daily lower high there as well. But as I mentioned yesterday, we could see a 20% bounce and still have it be a weak daily lower high because of how volatile this name is. So after the bulls proved themselves, entered on consolidation. And so I have a swing trade here of a small position size. And the reason it's a small position size is because I'm using the broader market in making my decisions. And so entry on consolidation, we set the 15-minute high or low, hit a new high of the day, not much follow through. But the reason I'm staying small here and not establishing my full position that I want is knowing that QQQ has not confirmed an hourly uptrend. And so QQQ will have to see hourly consolidation and confirm a higher low and higher high if we're going to have confidence in bulls getting any follow through. And so ideally, I want to align an entry or an add of AI when QQQ sets the hourly high or low. So I'm always factoring in the broader market and the most likely scenarios when I'm determining what I'm going to do on individual names, and this is a clear example of that. So the position I have in AI is currently a small starter, under 33, 32.90-ish, and we'll see how it shapes up from here. And I will be scouting a daily lower high in a lot of places if we see the signs. Again, I'm very agile right now. I will absolutely go bearish for daily lower highs, looking for further weekly consolidation. And this doesn't go for just AI names. This goes for a lot of names in the market. Or if the bulls keep control from here on out for the next few days, then I'm definitely open to weekly bull flags being on the table. MARA, great save by the bulls. Look at the volatility in this name. Just pullback of 14%, bull move, 17%, pullback, 13%, bull move, 18%. So closing up at the high, highest close in months, resistance after 14 psychological is just the high of every day back here. So looking at 1412, 1424, 1455, but keeping the daily uptrend going, way stronger than sector peer Riot, which is still not close to breaking recent levels. Didn't come close to breaking the high of yesterday, but MARA, lead bull. Again, MARA divided by Riot, we saw the shift take place. These ratio charts, we treat the patterns just like we treat stock patterns, and we could say MARA is likely going to be the name to look at bullish if this pattern breaks bull, and it has with very nice follow through. The only way that I could have predicted or guessed or speculated that MARA would be stronger than Riot was looking at this chart. Nothing in watching how they both trade would have given me this information. Use these ratio charts when trying to determine which name you're looking at, whether there's relative strength or weakness, and this is definitely advanced trading. This is not for someone in their second year of trading. This is for someone who's serious about being a full-time trader or is in their 5th, 6th year trading, incorporating this as a very significant aspect of their decision-making process. Chinese names. So I got a question about, someone looking long-term entries on Chinese names like Baba and how to go about it. So bigger picture, we're looking for a monthly high or low to try and form. And technically speaking, we did form that monthly high or low, but we don't have conviction yet because we haven't confirmed the weekly uptrend. So we need to see a weekly uptrend shape up. So if you are looking to have a good amount of wiggle room, right now you're going off 77.77 for a Baba stop loss. Because if that level breaks, it's a big red flag. If that level is too far away for you, you want to find a level where you say that is either the weekly high or low, or I'm wrong and stop out. Baba's bounce right now is still a potential daily bear flag. We got some nice follow through in these Chinese names, but it hasn't bounced over 382 retracement yet. What I would want to see, if I don't have a position, is another leg up to 50% retracement, and then I enter on daily consolidation, and I put my stop under 84.37. And I say that's either the weekly high or low, and we confirm the daily uptrend, or I'm wrong, and I want to stop out. That is one way to approach an entry here. NIO, big green day, close up at the high, green Marabozu, weekly inside bar, we're working on our second one, and sector peer in the EV space, XPEV, is doing the same thing. And watch XPEV, because if we break bull from this tight range, we're going to get a bull cross of these EMAs for the first time in years. We're going to see a test of 1310, and if that breaks, there is no resistance nearby. So I'm still very interested in watching for potential rotation into the Chinese stocks. And other than that, Baidu is still strong. Baidu's trying to shape up the monthly uptrend. And YINN is a 3-time leveraged ETF. Same thing. We need 50% bounce retracement to create the space for the daily trend change to shape up. ARKK. Daily bounce underway. We either confirm the daily downtrend and make the weekly bear flag much less likely, or that's the weekly high or low, and we've got the psychology of the cup and handle pattern that I've been talking about. So again, same thing. When someone asks me, what time frame should I be looking at? Are you aggressive or conservative? If you're aggressive, you're in and playing off the current low of consolidation. If you are being more conservative and patient, you want to see a bit more conviction from the bulls in the broader market as a whole. But ARKK, pretty solid start here, already retracing almost 50% of the consolidation that we've seen, and actually more than 50% already. So maybe we fail 45 initially, but set another higher low, and then try and break bull. Keeping an eye on ARKK over the next couple of days. Healthcare. Hourly equilibrium, not surprising after the massive volatility in both directions yesterday, held the low, and now anything under 131.70 is just a lower high. If we fail 131.70 tomorrow, the hourly equilibrium continues, and we'll look for a break of that range eventually. But just a nice tightening hourly equilibrium. Nice hold of support by 6 pennies into a decent bounce. Can the bears follow through from the weekly lower high being set to start this week? The financial sector keeping its bounce going. Do we confirm a daily downtrend or not? KRE, same question. Is this bounce just going to result in a lower high? or not. The hourly uptrend is our guide now, and that is key because when we lose the hourly uptrend, that is the first indication a daily lower high is being set. So the next 2 days of trading are pretty important because if we set quick daily lower high on XLF and on SPY, then it is going to favor daily downtrends confirming. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to have more of a swing trade mindset to try and position for bull flags with bull positions or daily downtrends confirming with bear positions. And the number one thing I'm looking for, aside from, of course, all major sectors hitting the low of the day at the same time, is Meta, Apple, Amazon. Do they show any sign of weakness? IWM, same as XLF, bounce underway. Do we confirm the daily downtrend or not? Dollar has to confirm the uptrend for the weekly higher low to be set. If the dollar heads to confirm that daily uptrend, it's going to increase probabilities of a daily downtrend confirming in stocks. We don't have the direct inverse correlation that we used to have between the dollar and the broader market, but it's still present to a certain degree. And so it's something we want to keep an eye on. And certainly for metals, which are still struggling a bit, gold right back to the lows. The bear correlation continues. Silver much stronger, but just looking for a daily lower high. And miners, daily bear flag confirmed. Just nothing from the bulls. Oil, weakness, testing recent lows. Inventory report tomorrow is either going to have us break to the lowest level in a couple of weeks or hold it. And for me, I am bearish oil as long as weekly EMA 12 is resistance. And that is that. So keeping a close eye on our three major stocks, watching for daily lower highs in a number of places as the most likely scenario, keeping an eye out for QQQ and AI to get their daily bounces going, which has not happened yet. Pretty important couple of days as far as setting the tone for July as we close out June. I appreciate you watching. Do good things. Click the like. So we got some flowers here, some quinoa, or no, that's amaranth. And been playing around with these tomatoes in the greenhouse. It gets extremely hot here. And also playing around with a new style of trellising, just these strings. So far, seems to be working all right. It's the first tomato, almost ripe. It definitely gets too hot in here. Want it to stay in the 80s. Opened up these back panels to let the air flow through, but pretty much just an experimental year. And so far, they seem to be doing fine.